And good morning. What is happening? Hold on. Can you hear me? I
Wait,
cannot hear you. There you
wait,
go.
yeah. I can hear you. Well, I don't know why I hit mute when you came on, but like, yeah, man.
Okay. Um all right. Welcome to look, it's a day. It is a day.
yeah,
Welcome to the Humble Kingz comic book show, everybody. I'm your host, Ramon. And if you're watching and looking at the screen to your left, but to my right, we have the man, the myth, the legend, the pastor, and the super spreader, TT Barlow.
yeah. See, that's not fair, and that's not true. Did you get it?
I
Because if you,
look, I haven't yet, so uh,
yeah, it's my wife. She's the outbreak monkey. Okay, okay. And then probably one of my kids. I don't know.
um um if you're joining us and you're expecting to see Adrian, he is under the weather. He actually came in. He was going to do the show, but he wasn't going to talk. He was just going to sit in and chime in when he needed to. But we saw him and immediately started laughing because you can obviously see that he is sick. He is.
Yeah.
he,
And you know
he is sick.
you sick when you sick in the face. You know what I
Right
mean?
in the face, like it's I'm
Yeah, yeah.
here, guys. Like, no, you're not. Like, go to
Nah.
bed.
I was like, go to bed. Yeah, like get up, like log off, fam.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go
yeah,
to
yeah,
bed.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
I
We
I
don't
wasn't.
pay you enough for
Yeah,
this.
I wasn't feeling too well. The T wasn't at 100%. Adrian
Yeah,
definitely at 100%. Our judge is not at 100%. So we asked for a continuance, and we got one on the Superman trial. Um, we are. I actually looked. That's why it's playing. It played the old intro from last week. Is because I was more worried about making sure Facebook was working. Thank you to everybody who followed the page to get us up to over 100 followers because we needed to be over 100 followers to be able to stream. We have to be over our page had to be over like 6 months old, and it has to be it had 100 viewers. And so the last thing we were missing was 100 followers. So we appreciate you guys very much because we know we only get like 3, 4 watchers every night. So to get 100 followers is awesome, so that we can
yo.
keep streaming.
So my issue is though. Now Jessica says that it's live on Facebook, but I don't see it on the Humble.
I saw it because I actually liked it. It says right here in the thing that I loved it, and I shared it on. I shared it myself and shared it on all the things. But Adrian said he doesn't see it either, which is weird. It's weird that she sees it and I see it, but you guys don't see it. So we might still have some type of issue going on. So again, it's a good thing that we did postpone it because of this issue. And man, I had a good thing. I had a good song that I wanted to put with that thing too. Adrian said he sees it now.
Okay. Well, let me
So
just.
so T's still scrolling through trying
I,
to find out what's going on his end. So we still have a little bit of technical issues. But we're on. We're on Facebook, and that is good. And that is a good fix. I have to go to work tonight. I have to pull 3 tapes, summer school tapes. Man, these summer school kids,
They're
what's
out of
wrong with
pocket.
y'all? Of course, we're gonna have more problems in summer school, right? Most of them is gonna be kids that just didn't do their work and was being bad anyway, like my daughter.
Mm. Don't put her on blast like that.
No, I'm putting her on blast. I had to get up and take her to summer school and all this instead of sleeping in and everything else. Like, no, putting her on blast. So, yeah, who else need to be put on blast?
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Man, we might make a service out of that. Hey, your kid's acting up for a small fee. We'll put them on blast for you online.
There you go. There you go. All right. What was I gonna say? Oh, let me pin this and then I'm done. All right, now I'm done with social media. And I can concentrate on what I am doing here. All right, man. We don't have a great show. I don't know what we're gonna talk about, but we're gonna talk.
Listen, we listen. We may not have the trial yet, but
I was about to say we don't have the trial, but I could give you my review on the Superman movie.
Nah, we'll save it for the trial.
No.
We already know what you think. We already
don't know what I think. Now I don't
I
rewatch the movie, so now I got a whole different. Dang, I'm not gonna give away what I'm gonna attack you on this trial thing, but I can give you my review because it took me 3 days to watch this freaking film.
Really? Yeah.
First of all, let me look to see what I gave Superman originally, because I'm gonna have to change this Man of Steel. I called him Man of Poop. I changed it to Man of Poop.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like nobody wants to hear your belly aching about a wonderful piece of cinematic work.
Wonderful piece. Okay, we're gonna.
Yeah.
Man of Steel. Yeah. I'll leave it there. I gave it a 7. All right, I will give it a 6.5, but you can't do that. All right, so. First off, here we go. Opening credits. The Warner Brother things come up. It's all dark themed. Everything's dark. It's not bright. It's the dark Superman. Already my problem. Do I want to just go in order, or do I want to just talk about the things that I hated in this movie? You already know that I hate. I don't want to sit there and hear about how this is today's time and we're talking about social media and camera phones, and this is why Jonathan didn't want Clark Kent to do the stuff that he was doing. Do you know in this whole movie they showed one cell phone?
Listen, man. Yo, no. Your argument.
One cell phone. This whole movie. I'm like, wait a minute. Ain't nobody taking out no phones, doing nothing. It was one cell phone.
I just need to go on record and say, man, your point
said we're gonna run over you, but whatever it was saying, that's what they showed on the cell phone. Freaking.
Your points and argumentation are weak. This is a weak argument.
The Kid Farm had a tube TV, bro. They didn't even have a flat screen. I don't want to hear
listen
about social media. All right,
this has got to be the weakest argument against the movie I've ever heard in my life.
No, I'm just telling you about your. What you said.
No, there's levels to the things that I talk about, but I'm just saying, like, this is a weak argumentation.
No. I'm just telling you about that part. I'm just telling you about that. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you about what you went for as a protection of the movie. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm watching the movie and I'm like, there's no cell phones in this movie. There's no social media in this movie. What are you talking about? All right. Goodness. All right. So here are the things that I really did not like about the movie. Again, we have Dark Superman. He is a crybaby. Why do he has this issue? Why do he has this thing about people calling superheroes by their real names? He has a problem with that. Big problem. Literally, Lois is running. He's at the farm, right? This is the farm got jacked up. Yeah. He's there with his mom, right? Why would he be there?
And what was she supposed to call him?
I don't know. Not Clark.
What was she supposed to call him? How did she know him at that moment?
So here's why there's a problem. One, she's running by and she's calling him Clark. Why there's two military people that brought him there, but at the end of the movie, he knocked down a drone. He was no. That
was when they fell out of the sky when she screamed his name like that.
No. I'm talking about when she ran to him when he was at his mom, when he was at the farm after the farm got destroyed. Superman was there with his mom. Did you watch the movie? Neither we watched it.
Wait a minute.
He was there talking to his mom, and his mom was telling him like He was apologizing, and his mom, and he was telling his mom how Zod is going to come. Zod found out how to bring Kryptons back to the thing. And she was like, well, that's a good thing, right? And he was like, no, I don't think they're here to share. And then Lewis had got out of a car with 2 military person, and she ran up and she was yelling, Clark, I know how to stop him. I know how to break down the thing, because she got the information from the thing. She went to military people.
But okay, so I gotta go back and rewatch that. Please. That's a good question. I don't know how to answer that at this moment.
No. I know your question is.
Yeah.
What was she supposed to call him? But when they were on the way, that's when they first started calling him Superman. So she wasn't saying Superman.
They're on the way where?
When they were on the way to the Pentagon or whatever they were going away to, when they were calling them and saying, hey, Lewis is on the way with General blah, 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 and with Superman. They were like, Superman, who's that? And they were like, oh, that's what they're calling him. They're calling him Superman. So you got to rewatch it, because it happened right after that. So it's nothing wrong with that, but then it messes up the ending of the movie when he destroys the drone, and it says, you're not going to find where I lay my cape. So nobody knows that he's Clark. But I was like, they literally was at his mom's house and she was yelling his name.
Yo, so I do want to say this much. Snyder is a continuationist when it comes to his films. One of the things that and it's so crazy that out of that horrible rendition of Justice League that comes from the other one, Josh Whedon.
Snyder.
No, Josh Whedon's cut. Everybody knows that Whedon's cut and Snyder's cut was 2 different movies. Anyway, that out of that version, there were some things within the script that I thought were actually pretty compelling in terms of some of the things that Bruce was saying, for example, to Alfred. Like, hey, he's more human than I am. You know, like I'm talking about Superman and talking about his connections to people on Earth and whatnot. And so the whole philosophy behind it is that Superman is Clark Kent's disguise, whereas Bruce Wayne is Batman's disguise. You know what I mean, so forth. So
no,
I mean,
well, that's used. I still
that's not a me thing. That's a conversation.
Clark Kent is Superman's.
Clark Kent. Is that what?
Clark Kent is Superman's.
No. Clark is how he grew up.
I'm gonna tell you why. If Clark is how he grew up, and Superman is how he is, but Clark Kent is now his disguise, and I'll tell you why it's his disguise. Because now, if you play basketball with Clark Kent, he's not going to dunk on you. He's not going to arm wrestle you and beat you. He's not going to do all the things that he can to make you to
Clark
make.
Kent is Clark Kent.
Wait,
it's not the physical stuff.
Wait,
no. You're pointing to
no,
the stuff that can be done physically and what I'm telling you is Clark Kent is not. It's not his physicality. Clark Kent is his personhood. Clark Kent is Martha and Jonathan's son. Clark Kent is the one who went to Smallville High. Clark Kent is the person that people know.
Not
Clark
Kent.
Clark Kent is
not the glasses wearing that I have to make myself into a different.
That's what I'm trying to tell you though. Clark Kent is not the mild mannerisms. That's not what we're talking. That's the mild mannerisms isn't what makes up Clark Kent.
That's how he needs those to throw you off his track.
The mild mannerisms is not what makes. It's not what make who Clark Kent is. Clark is the one who was raised by Jonathan to be who he is. That's who Clark Kent is. That's who Clark Kent is. Clark Kent is not the clumsy. It's not the clumsy. It's not the glasses.
That's the disguise.
No. The clumsy and the glasses are his disguise, but the clumsy and the glasses are not Clark Kent.
It's still his disguise. Superman is not a disguise.
Superman is Clark Kent's disguise.
Superman is not a disguise.
Superman is
not his alter ego.
Superman is Clark Kent's disguise.
Has become his.
Superman is Clark Kent's disguise. Superman is
Clark.
Yeah. I'm not the only person to believe that in the world, because I didn't learn that from me. So
I didn't learn that from me either.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. Like everybody believes that. Get out of here.
Yeah, man.
Like he is literally
Oh,
disguised
listen,
himself
dude,
so you
dude,
do not
dude.
know that he's Superman.
Dude, Man
With
of Steel is a
because
masterpiece.
we know
man.
glasses.
At
We
the end
know
of the day.
glasses do not, and Man of Steel is not a masterpiece.
Hey, man, as a matter of fact,
give that a
if what you said was true, then Lois Lane would not have recognized the daggum glasses, the daggum Clark or a Superman or whatever.
She did recognize it.
She did, right?
Because she knows that Clark is Superman.
Yeah,
She
but
knows that
see,
they're both the same.
but historically though, she's always known Clark and Superman. So what I'm saying is that like you can't like
no,
if you,
so in this case it's different. In the movie it's different from
Right.
how she knows. In the movie, she literally finds out that Clark is this strong Superman type of person before he's even became Superman.
who everybody
In
knew
this movie,
everybody knew as Joe.
in this movie, and most of the time Superman has become prevalent before she finds out that he is Clark Kent. She figures it out, right? Because she's a great
Journalist.
Thank you. There was something that
Investigative journalist at that.
Okay, so there's some other things. There's just the freaking him being able to fly in space and not lose his breath, but then he flies in this black smoke and he's coughing like he's about to die. Oh my goodness. Like just stupid stuff like that pisses me off in movies. Not in that particular movie, just in movies. The things that just don't make sense. It's like you see something like, oh wow, Superman, he's flying back in space and he doesn't need a suit. He's not flying in a suit, and then he flies through the smoke, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, at first I thought it was like, oh, maybe it's just some Krypton smoke, right? Because they were trying to change the Earth to Krypton. But then again, he flew through some other smoke and he did the same thing. And I was like, no, it's just smoke. He got little baby lungs. His little baby lungs. All right, so that's all I'm gonna say on that without giving away the stuff. The stuff that I wanted to do, except for I'm gonna forever call Superman Test Tube Matrix Baby, because that's what he is in that movie.
Yeah.
Yep. Test Tube Matrix Baby. That's what a Superman is.
This movie is clearly gonna go down as a classic for years to come.
No. That's why they're already making new Supermans. They gotta get rid of it. They gotta get that bad taste out of your mouth, just like they did with the Batman versus Superman.
Dude, and like honestly, I'm gonna give that new Superman a chance, but like I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be as good as Man of Steel.
Yeah.
After having watched the movie again, like I actually wanted to go right into Batman versus Superman just because of how it continues.
Thank you for that last part. Now I remember what that last thing that was bugging me about, because I finished watching it today when I was getting my feet done. The freaking VFX in the movie is terrible.
The voice effects, is it?
No, so the visual
the visual effects, yeah.
I can see that they're.
God,
they don't hold up. They don't hold up. And I hate movies that don't hold up like that.
It's nowhere near terrible.
No, I mean for the fighting scenes and the
dude, like you can like when I say like you can see.
Well, let me give us his credit.
The
fighting scene and the disaster part of it is such great scenes visually, but you can see how there's a lot of times where I can see that they are standing in front of green screens. They are I can see the layers of the explosions. I hate that there's so many freaking product placements. Like it's IHOP, U-Haul, 7-Eleven, and Sears, like just everywhere. Like holy crap. So yeah, it is what it is. It's hard to make a good Superman movie. I can't say that any of them are great. it's Superman. It's a product. It's a very problematic character. It is.
Yeah, it's crazy, and maybe
Superman making a great Superman movie is just like trying to make a great Hulk movie. It's very problematic.
I thought Incredible Hulk was a great movie. Yeah. So, but like, yeah. I mean, again, yeah. You sit on a fringe weird, a group of fringe weirdos.
If the MCU stopped that Endgame, Incredible Hulk would still probably be the third worst movie in the franchise.
Yeah.
It would
be. He said, yeah.
I mean, it would be because I would say Thor. We would obviously say Thor, Dark World is number one.
Yeah. I have like no desire,
no love for it whatsoever, right? I feel in my head there was another one that was worse.
No, no. You got Black Widow. You got
no. I'm saying if we stopped.
Oh, I guess you're right. If you stop the Endgame.
If we stopped at Endgame. If we stopped in that phase where Disney was at its height and they should have just killed it right there, like this is it. We're gonna stop it right here.
The big Captain Marvel was like kind of like playing close to it.
Captain Marvel. Let me look at this list right quick. Because we know Thor was easily MCU.
I'm just pulling up Disney Plus. I'm just gonna go to that little Disney thing.
All right, so we have the films. There we go. All right, so we have Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America, Adventures, Iron Man, Thor again, Dark World, Captain Winter Soldier.
So wait. Iron Man 3.
Iron Man 3
was not worse than Thor.
No. Iron Man 3? No, yeah. Iron Man 3 was okay. Iron Man 2, I think, was worse than Iron Man 3.
I don't know. I feel like I enjoyed Iron Man 2 more than 3. And it's only because there was still that whole anticipation of what was coming. And there was some really good nuggets in there. You meet Black Widow. You know what I'm saying? You meet Black Widow, you see like you see like reference to Captain America. I mean like there was some really good world building that came out of part 2 for me. They
don't like 3 either. That's weird. I don't. Yeah, maybe let me watch all 3 back to back.
They did screw up Whiplash and whatnot.
Right. That's why I didn't like it.
But I didn't really care about that.
It turned me off completely.
Yeah, I'm not so
bad. Now I can understand why 3 the same thing with the Mariner. Am I right?
Yeah, with Submariner.
Yeah, I can understand. Because I was a little teed off about that.
Here's the thing, though.
I was like, wait a minute, after, like, what's happening?
I wasn't that bought into. I don't care about Whiplash that much for that to have ruined it for me. But like, yeah.
No, I don't like Whiplash either. It was just a bad character.
Yeah, where's my Boyd? I need my Boyd.
Yeah, I need my Boyd. Ricky Mark wasn't just good enough. I don't know. It just wasn't good to me at all. It was just But I liked 3. I thought it was a good finish. Like, I didn't know that there were gonna be like more Avenger movies and things like that. So I'm thinking that's the end of Iron Man. Like, that's it. We're not gonna see Iron Man.
Nah, I knew because of just because of that the end credit scene in Iron Man. I said, okay, yeah, we get an Avengers movie, and so I knew it was building stuff, and that's not so. And at the time, the excitement was still there. But
I liked it because it was coming off of the Avenger movie. It's the current continuation of the Avenger movie. It shows that he has PTSD, and he's overprotective, and he's making hundreds of suits to protect the earth, you know, because he's just this PTSD is just out of control. So I like how there were so many different suits.
I was about to say that was a cool thing about the end scene or whatever. Yeah, Justin Hammer was a real villain, and he was an annoying villain, but like he could have. I feel like
I'm trying to think.
That's the white dude in Iron Man 2
movie.
Yeah, he actually and I think that's what it was, like watching like stuff within the script in Iron Man 2 that I thought was really fun. Just the way that like Hammer would get clowned, and, but like at the same time, like his him orchestrating Whiplash getting there. I wish they could have did a little bit more with him.
Okay, so looking at the list now, who's your top 3 before Endgame?
But top or as far as being bad,
the worst. Yep.
Hold on, man.
So I'm still gonna say I'm going to go. I didn't like both of the Thors, so I'm going to go. Thor: Dark Knight, Incredible Hulk, and Thor, the first one.
This dude said Dark Knight.
Dark Knight. I mean Dark World.
I'm gonna go with Captain Marvel. That's one of them. Thor. The Dark World. Man, and Iron Man 3. Actually, I liked Incredible Hulk more than Iron Man 3.
It's your opinion. I'm gonna say
yeah. I honestly, I like Ed Norton. I like having a skinny, scrawny looking dude turning into the Hulk. And I wish that things would have worked out to where he would have been able to kind of keep it going.
He was a hard actor to work with.
Yeah, I've always liked Ed Norton ever since Fight Club. So, American History X.
What was I gonna say? Dang it. Oh, Captain Marvel. Okay, so what was your problem with Captain Marvel other than the fact that it was a cash cow? That they just threw that in there to make as much money as there was, because it really obviously did not go with the story, because it doesn't make sense when you think about it, right?
Yeah,
you had all this stuff keep happening to the world and they never paged her, but then all of a sudden Nick Fury just sees a helicopter go down and he's immediately going, let me go call Captain Marvel for this one. I don't know what's happening yet. No one's disappearing yet, but I'm going to automatically go call Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah. So like, yeah, I mean, it wasn't that for me. It wasn't a movie that grabbed me. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. Like, there was nothing that excited me about anything with it. Like, honestly, like the only reason why I watched Captain Marvel was because I was hungry for Endgame. You know what I mean? That's like almost so it was like a little Marvel's fix or whatnot. That's the only reason I went to the theater to watch it. At best, it told me what happened to Nick Fury's eye. I was like, the best thing about the movie to me. Learning what happened to his eye. Like, oh, okay, that's what happened. And matter of fact, he said something in one of the other movies. He said, last time I trusted somebody, I lost an eye. Or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was that daggum alien cat, which yeah.
I love that cat, bro.
Yeah.
I love that cat.
Yeah. I thought that, I felt
I
like,
love that cat.
but it's like, you see that eye get jacked up throughout the movie, which that was kind of funny. But it's like, other than that, man,
they teased it the whole time. That was funny how they teased that the whole time. Like, you're sitting there going, okay, this is when you see Nick Fury, a young Nick Fury too.
Right.
And I think they did a real good job of making him look young. And he has 2 eyes. Them teasing it, I thought it was a very good thing for them to tease it instead of just. So
Adrian, yeah, like I did expect to see him lose it to like a scroll or something, but like,
yeah, somebody else was telling me like that's very disappointing. He lost his eye to a cat, but it's not just a cat; it's a crazy
No, I don't get, but having said all of that though, this is why this is one of the worst movies on in the Infinity Saga. You know, I could have did without it. My favorite out of here though,
if it wasn't there, you wouldn't have lost anything. But that's the same. That's the same with Incredible Hulk. If it wasn't in there, it doesn't lose anything.
That's in essence, yes. You know,
there's a few movies where if you don't make those movies, you don't lose anything.
But here's the thing though, like there needed to be a context as to why they were keeping an eye on the Hulk when you see him return in the Avengers, and then also, you know, like he is the product of the blood that came from Captain America as they tried to recreate the super soldier serum or whatnot. So like that's his relation to the whole thing in the MCU and whatnot. But it just adds context because it's like, man, dude, like where did Hulk come from? You know, and then even like when they're on a plane and he's talking to I'm trying to think, was he talking to Cap or I forgot where he was when he said it, but somebody asked like what did he say? Well, I broke Harlem. You know, it gives us context.
What again?
He said something somewhere in the Avengers. I forgot who he was talking to when he told him when he says, "Yeah, I broke Harlem" or whatever. And you know, saying so it's like it was the fight between him and Abomination. Yeah. I mean, like there's things about the Hulk's story that kind of filled in some gaps elsewhere. So I mean, and I like much better than say like Captain Marvel would. You know, and you know things about his existence. You know, saying like in terms of like in terms of the gamma rated. Plus, you gotta think about this in Endgame as well. Like, dude, like nobody else was you know, like really had the that's what he says. It's almost like I was made for this. Like that gamma radiation played a huge part in him being the one to make the snap that brings everybody back.
Yeah, to make the snap. Yeah.
You know, so I mean, like there was relevance there. Now the movie, like for me, again, I enjoyed the movie. I liked it way better than Ang Lee's version of the Hulk. That first Hulk movie that came out. Which is strange because I actually kind of liked how that Hulk looked in a sense, but that was just me. But like
I'm just not a fan of how it has to be CGI, and I understand. And maybe it's just because I'm an '80s baby, and I'm so used to the TV Hulk.
Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah, and maybe you know, and that's just me. It's just what I grew up with.
Listen, the thing. I'm not. Yeah.
So when I just remember when I first started seeing movie Hulks, I didn't like it. I'm just like, oh,
nah, man. I want the fake stuff for a comic book. I want it. I don't want everything. I don't want everything to be fake though. I don't want like that. Yeah. That's what Marvel.
I want it to be believable as possible. You know, I understand that it's a comic book and things like that is not real, but I want it to be as real as possible. And for some reason,
I don't believe you because if that was the case,
Hulk's never.
I don't believe you because if that was the case, then you like Man of Steel more.
No, it's not believable. Shut up. Way too much. All right, so
let's get into some clips, man. Yeah.
I'm sitting here talking to you. I ain't even brung none of them in. Oh, I'm supposed to be moving them over. Hold on, right quick. Just trying to make me bad over here.
It's way too much. It's what I do.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
All right, let me see if all these. Ooh, excuse me. It doesn't look like all the ones came in. Did you see one that said who is Juggernaut? Charges. Okay, I'm seeing them.
See what?
I seen them. I'm seeing. Hold on.
Okay.
It's just they saved in a.
I've been meaning to take the time to watch Shang-Chi again. I feel like I enjoyed that movie, but I don't know why I never went back to it.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn, we're already 30 minutes in. All right, let's get to a clip of the week. Did you send me a clip of the week or no? You just sent me a clip?
I did not. I just sent you clips. Yeah.
Okay, so let me hit add, and then you tell me. All right, one, two, or three that I'm going to use for this week.
All right, let's go with two. since there's 2 hosts tonight.
2. All right, and I gotta remember to delete this. All right. Oh, hold on, wait, we gotta go back. We got something. Clip of the week. Yes. Clip of the week is brought to you by First Student. Go get them jobs. Get the link in the description. $23 an hour, $2,500 sign-on bonus, and it is going up. It's going to be 25. I can almost guarantee that. And you could take that to the bank. I buy that for $1. All right, here we go. So I got 3 of these, so I'm going to play them over the course of the next 3 weeks. So I got to remember to take this one out now. Oh, I can't do it now, or it's going to mess up.
Yeah.
I got to remember to take, if I take it out, it's going to mess up. But I got to remember to make sure that I continue to take, I just saw a picture that I need to talk about. So here we go.
Excuse me, sir. I was traveling back in time to find my younger self, but everything looks so different now. This world isn't like the others. Everything you thought you knew never happened. And it's all because of you, Barry. What happened? It's like the butterfly effect. Everything's changed. Friends became enemies. Enemies became friends. The heroes you once known and loved may or may not have existed. So let me get this straight. Does Batman exist? Who's that? We got Rat Boy. What about Wonder Woman? Talking about Glory Gal? Aquaman? We got Wet Willie. Cyborg? We got Robot Rick. The Teen Titans? I mean the Midlife Crisis Crusaders? What about the Suicide Squad? We got the Homicidal Homies. Blue Beetle? We got the Cobalt Cockroach. Green Lantern? We got the Fuchsia Flashlight. Okay, do you have anything that resembles the Justice League? We got the Bipartisan Federation. Are they owned by Warner Brothers? Nah, they're owned by the Caution Cousins. Oh no, I gotta fix this.
The Caution Cousins.
I got one more. This is that dude was funny. I got like 3 of his clips. That's why I had to have you.
Yeah. That dude said, oh my goodness, he said the Homicidal Homies.
Let me bring this one. Yeah, comic book. Okay. All right.
What is that? Aquaman? We said we got Wet Willie.
There's another one like that that's even longer. It's so funny. All right, here we go. Where'd it go?
Did you get rid of it already? Did you screw up?
No, I threw it in there. Oh, it didn't go in there all the way. There it is. All right. Now here we go. It's still not in there. What is? Oh, there we go. Okay.
That's what she said.
Sir, about the request you made, there's been a bit of a hiccup.
It's a hiccup?
Yes, sir. To frankly put it, the technology simply doesn't exist.
William, here is the technology. I've asked you to simply make it
I
smaller.
understand that, sir, but honestly, the request is impossible.
Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a box of...
So if you want to know what that was,
Iron Man, that's my favorite.
We were just talking about how he was yelling at the guy about how Tony Stark was able to make.
That man said we don't have the technology for this.
Yeah.
It's like it's
so
right
in
here.
this case, they were like, what if the scientist was black? And they said that's what would happen. And for real, if he would have yelled at me like that, I would be like, they go get Tony Stark.
I'd have grabbed that dude. I'd have grabbed Jedediah by his beard and slammed him. Like, oh, who are you talking to?
Make sure that was everything I had. I think that's it. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's it. So, did you know that they have a Star Wars, Spaceballs 2 in the works? I just saw it today on Twitter. They was talking about it.
I did not know that, and I'm not sure if I want that. Who has it been? I need to look this up, and I need to find out who's in charge of this.
Yeah, that's a good
Wait a
question.
minute, man. Somebody said it looked like I see a Spaceballs 2 Martians Go Home.
There's no Spaceballs 2 already.
1990 film.
This is Spaceball animation series. I didn't know that.
No. All right. When I typed in Spaceball 2, it says Spaceballs 2 Martians Go Home, and then when I clicked on it, it just says Martians Go Home 1990. So we're gonna leave that alone. Spaceball 2 in the works at Amazon with Josh Gad, starring
That's
Mel
right.
Brooks.
It's supposed to be an Amazon movie. Correct. So I mean, they have a lot more material to make fun of now. I mean, before they only had what, 2 films at the time, or was it 3? Or was it the 3?
You know what? I don't even know when that first one came out, but Mel Brooks is involved, so that
Yeah,
pleases
as
me.
long as he's involved, that's fine. I have this picture that I wanted to show, but Adrian's not on. Oh, hold on, he's been writing, and I haven't been paying attention. Rat boy.
Yeah.
What do you say? Did you guys watch? We'll talk about that in a second. Heard about that. He's on the same boat. Okay. So yeah, so I mean, they have way more movies to make fun of. Let's say they had 3 to make fun of, right? Now if we just say Star Wars episodes, now they have 6 more to make fun of. Plus the movies that I like Solo and Rogue and Captain EO.
Hey, I just want to say, man,
I do a Captain EO. They gotta do a Captain EO on that. They got to.
I want to say that I love when you start talking about Star Wars, because then it just goes to show how invalid your thoughts are on good movies like Man of Steel.
No, I don't have to like Star Wars. That movie's crap.
No, you don't have to. No. It's not about you liking Star Wars. It's about you liking the movies that nobody else in their right mind.
It's
like,
okay.
Listen.
Just like how you said, that movie's going to become a classic. It doesn't matter what other people think, because it's their opinion.
Hey, listen.
You say the same words you say.
Listen, all I know is that I see a whole lot more love than I see hate for the daggum thing. But I guess it all depends on the circumstances.
For Solo? I know I do too.
No. Man, that's it. Anyway, this isn't Brooks' first time revisiting the classic comedy in his recent years. He wrote and produced History of the World Part 2, follow up to his 1981 Part 1. So anyway, yeah, Brooks is on it. But honestly, to me, I want to argue and say hey, this is just another example of the lack of imagination for being able to just create new stuff. But at the same time, maybe it'll be a good love story, a good love letter rather, for those who like the original stuff. We'll see what happens. So
it probably won't.
It could, like I said, with Mel Brooks involved. Mel Brooks is he's a comedic giant. I'm gonna give him some benefit of the doubt today.
He is a hit or miss though.
What do you think he missed on?
Hold on, somebody just wrote something, and I was gonna.
As much as I love Spaceball and Mel Brooks, he's from a different time. The jokes are gonna get.
He's pretty much saying what I'm saying. He's a hit or miss, and
There is that possibility though.
But okay, so here's the thing that I like about things going straight to, especially Prime. Prime, they don't care. It's not just Prime. We're talking about The Boys. The Boys is not woke. They're not PC at all. They don't try to be.
They're not PC, but there are woke things within their stuff. But it's not blatant. Yeah.
That's part. It's not because they're trying to throw it into the show. That's how the comics are. What's the other movie? It was the other TV show. It's on Max. John Cena.
Is that John Cena? Am I tripping? Right?
John Cena.
Is it John Cena? But you know, Peacemaker.
There we go. There's another example of people. They're not being afraid to push the envelopes, do things that's going to offend people, and don't have to do it in a complete.
I mean,
way.
listen. Let me tell you. Here's
a lot of things.
Mel Brooks. I was going to say Mel Brooks was doing. He was doing a type of comedy that was Wagons East is am I saying that right?
So while you look that up, I was gonna say it's not woke doesn't bother me. It's the scare to offend, the scare of to have people make that choice. To, if you don't like the movie, walk out. If you don't like the TV show, then don't watch the TV show.
Blazing Saddles. Blazing Saddles. That's what I was trying to think of.
Where are all the white women at?
Yeah.
That's all you have to say. I would have remembered it. That's all you have to say.
Yeah.
I would immediately say it.
I love that scene. I love that so much.
So here's the thing that was hit and miss. They had a thing on, I don't remember what it came on. Let me see if it shows on Hulu. It was called The History of the World Part 2. Yeah. I thought this show was going to be so good, and it was very boring.
Yeah, and they brought this up when it was like with this, because they said that what did they say? Where I just see? I was just reading it. This isn't Brooks' first time revisiting a classic comedy in recent years. In 2023, he wrote and produced History of the World Part 2, a follow-up to his 1991 Part 1. So you might be right. Like, this might be like, yo, I ain't trying to, yeah.
He's some hit and miss on some things, bro. He's some hit and miss. And that was definitely a miss. It was a hard miss too, because I mean, I got excited when I saw the commercials for it, and they were showing things that were very offensive, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be good. And I was like, especially since I like the History of the World movie. So yeah. So when I watched this, and I'm like, it's a series, it's gonna be good, and it was terrible.
So they said the writers for this is gonna be what I just saw, Samet and Hernandez, which says they're best known for their work as screenwriters for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, which I liked. Pokemon
Detective giving Dora the Explorer 4.3. Like, for real?
4.3 out of what?
Out of 10. Like, it got a 4.3 overall. Like, it's Dora the Explorer. Like, I mean, why is it for kids? Why are you giving it a low rating?
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of a goofy movie, but you're right, it was for kids.
No, so, I'm talking about the TV show, not the movie.
Oh, the TV show? Oh, the TV show. Yeah, they booty for that. But yeah, it's like dude, like who rates PBS shows? Like,
right? Like, the kids ain't even old enough to rate. What are you talking about? Anyway. That's good. Come on.
That's what I'll be having to tell my wife when she be going after my sweatshirts. I'll be like, yo, it's like a swiper, no swiping.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted to show you this little clip here. It has nothing to do with comic books, but I think I want to use it for Papa Q's smoke meat, like a Papa Q smoke meat commercial. This is so hilarious. Somehow I'm gonna try to use it. Maybe I'll blur out that it's Popeyes. Watch this. Try to get to that meat.
Yeah, listen, first and foremost, you don't get to mess around with my Popeye shit. You know how expensive that chicken is? Fight a baby. Like you better eat that chicken with some dignity and respect.
I'm numbing your thumbs off. You're right. You numb the kid. Oh, yeah. Right.
Leave my chicken
get back. That's my food.
You don't know what I went through to get that chicken, because every Popeyes in Omaha is trash. I hate them. I hate them.
You got some dark meat. You get some breasts and some wings.
After
that's spicy and mild, they turn it all together. They don't even separate it with
25-minute. After a 25-minute wait, man, the last couple of times I went, it was like, yeah, we out of chicken. Like, how are you out of chicken?
That ain't never happened to me. But what irritates me is, like, I'm going in there and I see racks of chicken made, and I'm still standing there for 30 minutes with 5 other people.
It's like, at this point,
why are we here? All you're doing is putting it in a box.
Yeah.
And and it's always like 5 people in the back. Like, why? I don't get it.
I hate them. The one on 30th and 4th. Yeah, I put it on blast. And no more. The one on 30th and 4th.
That one, look, all of them are shut down except for the one in Millard.
Yeah, but I ain't about to go all the way out to Millard to get no.
I know. I'm just saying. The one on 30th.
I may be down the block for you. Yeah.
The one on Ames.
60th and 8th. Oh,
the one that's closest to me is the one on 90th, and that one's they always mess up. You got to check the box before we leave.
Yeah, get it together.
The one on Miller, yeah, they good. That's
Yeah.
I like when I have to.
Like, man, I'm going to churches.
Yeah, I like when. All right.
don't you say nothing bad about no church.
You messed it up, though. I get this. All right, let's get to one of your clips.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna bring in one of my clips, and I'm bringing one of yours. Where's the one? Where are mine? Okay, well, I'm bringing one of yours, and I'm gonna find the one. I had this one about Cyclops, and I don't know where it's at.
Find him.
Oh, this one's mine. Okay, we're gonna play that one. All
Okay.
right, I accidentally found that one. Okay, I'm looking at like little tiny things. All right, so we're gonna play this Deadpool one from yours first.
Deadpool killed all the Avengers. He goes after the X-Men. He kidnaps Professor X and makes him lure the other X-Men to him. Deadpool then suffocates Cyclops and makes him laser up and kill everyone. Professor X had enough and tried to break Deadpool's mind, but there was so much going on in his mind that it made Professor X go brain dead and die. After killing Xavier, Deadpool goes on to kill Magneto, which catches the eye of the Wolverine. The two engage in a healing factor versus healing factor battle, but Deadpool unexpectedly whipped out the mighty carbonadium sword, aka the only thing that is capable of disabling Wolverine's healing factor. Deadpool goes on to stab and kill Logan, then he kills Silver Surfer, Thanos, and Galactus. After Man-Thing helps Deadpool kills Taskmaster, he sacrifices himself to open up a portal for Deadpool. Deadpool enters and ends up in our real world, and in the Marvel Comics headquarters, where the writers are writing this exact comic. Deadpool then looks straight at us and says, "I'll destroy this universe, and I'll find you."
Yeah, that's right. Deadpool is awesome. That breaking the fourth wall. All right, so let me show you this. This is pretty funny.
Hey, I wanted to say that's actually like,
Right.
remember I told you like there was like two different like videos. That's actually kind of like that was the second one. There's the first one that kind of
Okay. What
no,
was
it's
the
all
first
good.
one?
The first
Oh,
one is it's almost like the same thing, but it explains why Professor X died or how he died.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You want me
so
to play
kind
that
of
one?
I'm sure we can, but like whenever you're ready.
What's it called?
You know what? I don't know. Because when I send them to you, it just says YouTube video. And it's like, okay.
Oh, okay. It's in there. I just don't know which one. So Deadpool kills the Marvel one's not it. Because we just played that one, right? Let me double check.
Charles Xavier enters Deadpool's mind.
Yeah, okay. So we just played that one. So I see one that says,
Wait.
It says, yeah, okay. Is that I'm assuming that's it. Charles Xavier.
Yeah.
All right, let's play that. Charles Xavier.
Xavier confronts Deadpool after he had killed the entire Marvel Universe, unable to understand what would drive Wade to do such a horrible thing. He attempts to shut Deadpool down, but upon glimpsing into his mind, Charles is reduced to silence and discovers the awful truth that Deadpool knew all along, that their world is not real and is simply a product for the reader's enjoyment. In an instant, Xavier becomes one of the few characters who sees the world through the fourth wall. This realization is too much for Charles to process, causing him to die instantly from a brain injury.
Yeah. And it's crazy. Yeah. That's I was like, man, that's wild. Like imagine like just stroking out after finding out snap I'm fake. And then it's like, what?
All right. Let me play my two here, and then we're talking about the boys in the set.
Yeah.
I only like churches if it's spicy. Otherwise, I want to. Yeah, we don't do churches. We don't like it.
Yes, man. You listen.
My dad was a church's fiend. Like he didn't like Popeyes. He was a church.
Churches had the best prices back in the day, and then like that corn on the cob and that okra. Oh. And I would just take it. I mean, I get it when people talk about the seasoning, but like I love the way they skin crunch.
Yeah, my wife, I got some churches one day, and I warned my wife. I was like, look, this is not Popeyes. It's okay. It's not gross. You know, she ate it.
Yeah.
She was like, you're right.
Yeah, I love that steroid pumped chicken.
All right, watch this here. This is kind of funny and gross at the same time.
might be the grossest use of Plastic Man's powers. In JLA Scary Monsters Issue 5 by Chris Claremont and Joshua Hood, the Justice League finds themselves surrounded by demonic forces. The only way to stop these monsters seems to be a young woman named Kishana, but since she has no powers of her own, Batman has to take drastic measures to keep her safe in the meantime. To stop the demons from picking up on her biosignature, Bruce orders Plastic Man to become a wearable suit with Kishana completely inside him. By being inside of Plastic Man, she becomes essentially invisible, blocked by his skin, and she's also protected from various threats by his rubbery form. However, the sight of Plastic Man essentially swallowing a person is hard to get over, even compared to the moments in which his powers are terrifying. Also subscribe if you think this guy is terrifying.
Look at, hey yo, look at that's just creepy, man. Oh my goodness, that is the strangest. I need to start reading Plastic Man comics or something. Or what? Oh, you're muted, I think. But I need to.
I am. I said, and you see, he got boozed because he swallowed her, right? You see
yeah. and like his face just stuck like that. Like,
yeah, that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That's funny.
Look at that demonic flash in the background.
Yep. All right, this last one here. This one's by Cyclops here.
How Cyclops transformed into a mutant god. Cyclops received his greatest power upgrade in Marvel's Ultimate Universe, where he used the drug Banshee to unlock the full extent of his powers. In Ultimate X-Men issue 95 by Colette, Brooks, and Peterson, the drug Banshee unlocks the biological limits of Cyclops' ability, allowing him to infuse his full body with the energy he fires out of his eyes, granting him the ability to fly, survive the vacuum of space, and sense and attack Jean's astral form. He was also able to control his ability without his visor, and use the energy to supercharge his cells, granting him super strength, but this ability hasn't been introduced in Marvel's mainstream universe. However, it's possible since this Cyclops had the same powers as his mainstream counterpart, suggesting that Cyclops could certainly infuse his powers through his entire body. Also subscribe for more.
Yeah, listen, it's crazy. Because I often wonder, like, man, what would it have been like for Cyclops if he hadn't had the plane accident? Where I think that, like, if I'm not mistaken, that's because that plane crash is why he lacks the ability to control his optic blast.
I used to think Cyclops was
I used to think he was lame. I used to think he was
fine. Like who is that? Jodie in is it Jodie in Star Trek?
Yeah. Over Read the Rainbow.
Yeah. LeVar Burton.
Yeah.
Kunta. I bought this dope Star Trek shirt online. I can't wait. I think I got a picture of it if you want to see it.
I don't, but I mean, whatever.
No, it's dope. You're actually going to have to give it props.
Okay. Oh, we'll see. We shall see. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. I don't hate Star Trek. I just never sat down and watched it. Except for the latest movies that came out. I kind of
enjoy movies are ridiculously good.
Yeah,
but the other Star Treks, they are solid.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they are because I just never, like, I don't know. It was like it was just so much, and I never really got into. I don't know why I never really cared. I just didn't.
So here's the difference.
It's like Doctor Who. It's like at this point, it's like, yeah, might as well not even start.
Yeah. So here's the difference between Star Trek and Star Wars, especially that I've noticed between the fans. Star Wars fans, you guys have a lot of movies that you guys hate. You say that's not a Star Wars movie. And Star Trek fans, we don't do that. Like, we love our movies equally.
I mean,
because they all are solid. They're not. They weren't like cash cows, if that makes sense. Star Wars do that cash cow, mostly because they're owned by Disney now too. But
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Disney is just trying to make money. Like Star Wars was different when cats were in it for the. Oh, okay, yeah, that is dope. Good
Star Wars DJ friend, DJ.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah. No, like Star Wars was different when it was about like the actual story and so forth, and when it was innovative when it came to like movie making. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and Adrian said he think that's question. Like I said, I don't know enough about Trekkie culture to argue or to say one way or the other about it. So, you know, like Flatters could have said whatever.
The journey home was still a. Here's what I mean by. If I say I liked all the Star Wars movies, it's not going to be a whole mess of people that's going to be like, oh, you can't say that like when I say Solo, like how you immediately get offended by it, right? Mm-hmm. And I like the Solo movie, right? And I know that people hated the Solo movie, and I was like, and I thought, and I'm coming in. I think it was the first movie we watched. I'm coming in going, I'm gonna hate it. Let's just get through it because everybody said it was bad, and I was like, yeah, I don't know why people hate this movie.
But see, like, if you're not,
that's why I didn't hate the movie.
I'm gonna say, yeah, if you're not a diehard Star Wars fan,
that's why I didn't hate the movie.
Like if you're not a diehard Superman fan, you're gonna hate Man of Steel. You know, I mean, it's just how it goes.
I think even if you're a diehard Superman fan, you're gonna hate that.
Nah,
because he's not the true justice in the American way Superman.
Nah, I disagree. I think he kind of was. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, I don't know, like with Star Trek, like I had never been so like that's why I thought like when it came to the new movies, because I don't know how the original Star Trek movies were. I remember watching them as a kid, but that was only because my daddy was watching them, right? But like when the new Star Trek movies came out, I guess what I liked about it is because I love a good origin story, right? And so like with the Solo thing, I thought I was gonna get a good origin story, and it's like, oh snap, you know, we are seeing and learning some stuff, but man, like now I feel like it's creating holes, like plot holes, and I can't remember what they were, but I was just like, yo, but like this doesn't make sense. It's just like with the Obi-Wan thing, right? They did the Obi-Wan series, and they got Obi-Wan on an adventure with Princess Leia. Like how? Because they didn't know each other in the movies, you know, like you know what I'm saying? Like they met. Like
I thought she knew him. Didn't she say only you can save us, Obi-Wan Kenobi?
No, listen, but you gotta listen to that whole message. She says you fought with my father in the Clone Wars, yada yada. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't talking to him like somebody that she had a history with. She was talking to him as somebody she had heard of, and she knows that he's the only hope, right? You understand what I'm saying? Whereas like on this Obi-Wan show, you see like him and her kind of like interacting, you know what I mean? Like they have like they pretty much like kind of like they're like by each other's side. So it just doesn't make sense. And so like there was stuff like in Solo, and I can't remember because I haven't seen it in a while. It was just stuff in Solo that just didn't make sense, timeline wise or whatnot. So was it a good movie? Yeah, it would have been a good movie if it had nothing to do with Star Wars. You know, but you know what I mean? And not everything with Star Wars is bad. This new Acolyte thing is dumpster fire. Like it's Disney is a disease. Like sometimes. Like there was a time where like in the 90s where Disney could do no wrong. Now it's just like, yo, Disney, what are you doing, baby? Oh no, baby, what is you doing? like cut it out.
I was trying to remember because Adrian said The Voyage Home. I know why The Voyage Home wasn't. It was good. I understand. I know what the problem was with that movie. Now I remember. Now that I'm looking at it, there was. Do I want to say on stage? I guess you say on stage. A lot of on stage politics. You know, Leonard Nimoy was the director of that movie. And sometimes you have people that think where their characters should go in a movie. So William Shatner was very adamant about how things should be. So in fact, Leonard Nimoy, he did the Star Trek 3 and Star Trek 4, which is Voyager Home and Star Trek 4. The next one, The Final Frontier 5, is they let William Shatner direct that one. That's how bad it got. They were just like, they were pretty much like, look, just do the movie and we'll let you direct the next one. My God. But it still wasn't a bad movie. It probably, I'm sure, was the worst of the three. Not when it comes to money wise, it wasn't. Because at that time, it was the second highest grossing one until the new Star Wars actually came out.
Star Trek.
I mean, Star Trek came out, yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, people could say it wasn't. It was a lot of politics. Star Wars. I mean, Star Trek. Star Trek. I watched all those within a week, all of them, the old ones, the original ones, and there are some great ones. You know, the Search for Spock is the Wrath of Khan is very good. The Search for Spock is very good. Generations is great. First Contact, I love. And then the new one, the first new one that came out was, I do remember, like, I'm not a Trekkie at all, so I can't tell you what are all the aliens and stuff like that. Like, my dad would do everything about everybody.
Yeah.
I had no plan of watching it, and I haven't watched the none, like, all the Star Trek movies until, you know, streaming services started picking them up and everything, and I started watching them. So where I was really into them. But before that, when I went to go watch the new Star Trek movie when it first came out, the first new one, I do this thing a lot of times where I'm like, let's just go to the movies. And I was with this girl at the time, and I was like, let's go to the movies. And she was like, well, what are we going to watch? And I was like, whatever is the first movie that's playing when we go get there that we haven't seen. And so when we went there, it was Star Trek. And so I was like, you know, this is the movie. Let's go watch Star Trek. And she was like, well, I don't know anything about Star Trek. And I was like, well, we're just sitting in the back or somewhere where I can whisper to you things that I know. Apparently, it's a reboot of the original thing. And I know about the original Star Trek better than I know about Next Generation and everything else. That's where I start getting lost in everything. So I remember watching it. We're watching it. And that first 10 minutes passed by, and I look at her and I go, this is going to be a good movie. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, and then I started seeing that they're rewriting the history, right? It's an alternate timeline. So now I don't even have to sit there and explain anything to her, because now this is for everybody who, if you never watched Star Trek, this makes perfect sense to you. It makes complete sense, right? You don't have to know who Captain Kirk is and who Spock is and all that, because they're giving you their I don't want to say origin story, but their background of who they are and why they're there. It's just completely different, and that's why it has the hashtag "This ain't your daddy's Star Trek." And I remember my dad used to say he liked it, but he didn't like it as much because it was different. They changed the timeline on them. And, you know, some people don't like timeline being messed with.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Nah, man, it was dope. I dug it, man.
The graphics, the story in the whole as it was, the actors, the casting, the graphics.
Yeah, like even the way that Captain, like the way that Captain Kirk was born. You know what I mean? Like how he was born like out of a battle, like, you know, like in the middle of a battle on a starship,
on a battlefield, pretty much.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Dad gets to get this peaceful moment where he hears his son crying. And, you know, he knows he's about to die, and he's just like happy, and you can see in his face he's filled with joy, and then he says his last word, and then he dies. You know, you're like, man, that was a crazy opening scene. If you have never seen Star Trek and seen that opening scene from it, watch it. Just go and watch the opening scene.
That actually makes you want to watch this movie again.
I bet you will finish that whole movie. Like, you would not go, oh, I had to stop it. Like, like everybody who I know said watch that movie, they were like, bro, that opening scene was so good. I didn't care if I wasn't gonna like the movie or not.
Paramount Plus.
Yeah, because they're on Paramount. Everything Star Trek is on Paramount. And
I think I got that through Prime. I don't know. I'm about to find out.
I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, it doesn't matter if Star Trek is that scene that's got to be top 10 one of the best opening scene of a movie ever. I can't think of too many that will be better than that. Like opening scene where you're like, holy, this movie just went hard at the beginning. Like,
I gotta tell you, for me, since we on that, first movie that came to my mind is like Mission Impossible 3.
I can't remember the Mission Impossible.
He was sitting across. He was sitting across from his woman who was taped, and it was like, why can't I remember my man's name? That's making me so mad. But anyway, no, the villain.
Oh,
he got a gun to his girl's head, and he's counting down, trying to get something out of Tom Cruise, and Tom Cruise trying to tell him I'm telling the truth, and then like, yeah.
Not the one where he actually came down and he stopped on the ground, or that's the first one.
I feel like that's like every Mission Impossible.
But there was one where it was like, he had to catch the sweat.
Oh yeah, that was the first one. Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Because it was like, I remember like every Mission Impossible like that. Okay, here go the ceiling drop. Like it's coming. Yeah.
That was everyone. All right. So I wasn't planning on talking about The Boys. But I haven't watched it yet, and then Adrian is not on the show. I was going to allow you guys to talk about those 3 episodes.
Here's the thing: I've only seen the first one so far because you know why?
No, I don't.
Because I got a wife.
Oh, okay.
Who
well, I got a wife too. So what?
No, but she be like, I got a wife who be like, yo, like, what are you watching? Like that's gonna be in my dreams, hearing all that cussing and killing. I'm like, okay, all right. So yeah, but I finished, and there's always, if you haven't watched it yet, watch it. There's always something outrageous
in the first episode.
Yeah. I mean,
sexualized. Is it sexualized?
Yeah.
But
no, it's not. No, it's not as bad. It's not as bad as that. As the sneeze. It's not as bad. It's no. I don't think they're ever going to top that.
I ain't never heard it referred to as the sneeze, but that's good.
Yeah, it's not as bad as the sneeze. Like, but it's bad though. Cause here's the thing. I'm just tell you like this. They don't even set it up because like there's nothing in that scene that's going to tell you that that's coming, but it's coming. And when you see it, you'll see what I'm talking about because you're gonna be like, oh, man, you're gonna be like, yeah. It was funny, it was childish, and it was disgusting.
So I'm gonna tell you, by next week I'm gonna be all the way in, because it's not like S-Man. When I was watching it, first of all, it's only 8 episodes every season, so it doesn't take that long. So I started last week. When I remember I was like, oh no, it starts next week on Thursday. So I started last week watching it. So I'm actually in the 3rd season, episode 5. So I'm almost in the 4th season. And actually, once I finish that 3rd season, I'm gonna go to Gen V, and then I'm gonna go to the 4th season. So I'm just going in, but it's not hard for me to watch it. It's back to back. It's so fast. I'm going through it. Now I'm already there. The problem is every time when I start and then I get home or get ready to start back up to watch it, it keeps trying to make me start at season 4, episode 1. It's like, hey, you already watched all these episodes. Go there. I'm like, no, I want to continue where I was watching, not episode 4.
Yeah,
I mean, not season 4.
I hate when they do that. Like, dude, get your life right. Like you know where I left.
Exactly. I was the same way.
And if I stop on one. If I stop on one device and then I go to another device, I want to pick up right where I left off.
Like you see that I started it and it was halfway done with this episode, but you're gonna start me on episode 1 of season 4 because it's new. Like, no, I'm watching these because I want a refresher. Like I didn't want to watch something on YouTube. Like there's certain things I know from watching it that YouTube didn't say everything, right? There's the little things that, okay, this doesn't matter, but it's in there. That's just funny, So it's all those little things that I don't want to miss. Just the little things that I may have forgotten.
Right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man. So I'm hearing it's supposed to be like the last season, and so
No. I saw a thing that said that there's going to be a 5th season.
Oh, you know what? I'm tripping. You're right. This is season 4.
Mhm.
So like, yeah, 5th season will be the last season. Yeah.
5 may be the last season, but I was like, I saw that it's supposed to be a season 5.
Yeah. So I wonder if they're gonna do a season 2 of Gen V.
I can look in a second. It was because it was said on the thing. I think they did get renewed.
I mean, I didn't know like if they was gonna just like morph that into.
I mean, it was a great thing and it made money. I wouldn't see why they wouldn't.
But you know that one dude died.
Who?
The little mixed black dude. He died if I'm not mistaken.
In the movie or in real life?
In real life.
Huh.
Hold on, yeah, Gen V season 2 has started production.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They already got the pilots up on the thing. They just ain't got the dates yet.
Yeah, so let me see here. All right, so I'm gonna go to cast. Chance Perdomo, if I'm not mistaken.
Chance Perdomo.
Yeah, he died. He died in March this year, 2024.
Who was he?
So he was in Gen V. He was the dude.
Okay. He was the like kind of the jock dude.
No. That was his friend who was the jock dude. He was the friend. He was the friend of the jock dude. He was his dad was played by
Oh, that's right. Okay. He was the son. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And he had the power where he was able to like move things or something like that. Okay, yeah. I'm looking at the picture now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Man, God, gonna
He died in a motorcycle accident.
Man.
Yeah. So yeah, that's so I don't know if they're gonna recast him or what they're gonna do or what have you.
And this is why I gotta rewatch it, is because even though I recently watched it, my brain fog, I don't remember too much about it. I don't remember who died in it. I kind of remember how it ended, but I don't remember how it ended. So it's just good to watch that because I don't know if I know it's linked in with the boys, but I don't know if it's going to be something in the boys where I'm going to be like, oh yeah, that's good.
I will say this much in the recap that Adrian shared in our group chat, like it does touch on Gen V's season, and it's like it hit all the hot points. Yeah, he does have. He does have powers like Magneto.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, man, I know you got to get to work. I got to get to bed. It's 11:37, and I know that next week you'll be up.
Next week for sure. No more continuances from the
court
defense team.
Yeah. Whatever, it's probably gonna be you next week. I'm talking about man, my back.
It's my back all the time. You see me just popped it.
Yeah.
It's my body, back, everything. Yeah, you're lucky I woke up today. I literally like this was the longest I've slept on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
And literally I woke up and I'm like, my alarm was just going off, and it was going off for like 30 minutes.
Man, I sat down on the couch. I was out because like I've been going hard like every day doing something. Like Saturday, we had the parade, and then there was the concert that night, and
we had Friday the skate thing, and we was out there skating.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was that. Then Sunday was Father's Day, and my wife was sick, so I was, so I didn't even really get to like kick back really per se on Father's Day. Like I cooked this huge porterhouse, and I sat there and I ate that thing. Sat down on the couch with the sleep. My wife. Yeah. Listen, my wife was like, she's like, I think I need to go to the hospital. I was like, okay. Had to get up, took her to the hospital. You know what I mean? And, turned out, later was like, yeah, you got COVID. And I was like, oh, and I was just like, well, I ain't got it. That was that's how I said it. And then Monday, Monday I was all day at Funplex yesterday. twice. I went early, took my mentee and my great nephew, got stamped, left, got my girls out of summer school and out of
See
daycare.
why I called him a super spreader. Now he can continually have COVID, but he goes to funplex.
Listen, I don't have it. I don't know what to tell you. This ain't the first time somebody in my house has gotten COVID and I didn't get it. Like Destiny had it once, nobody else in the house had it. I'm just like this. I get that it's a real disease, but everything that people talk about ain't real. Like the hype ain't real, but it's real.
The hype is real. I almost died, sir.
No, listen, no, you almost died. I'm not trying to negate that. What I'm saying is everybody don't die.
Yeah, I didn't say everybody died.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Folks are making it sound like if you got COVID, you got AIDS, you might as well just call it quits.
No, not saying that.
Yeah,
but
I'm
doesn't mean if you get COVID and you're healthy, it doesn't mean that anything bad is going to happen to you. I got 30 people in a group support group that will definitely contest to that.
Listen, I know that for some folks it can be fatal. What I'm saying is they play it like it's fatal to everybody, and it's not. Having said all of that, I want to thank everybody for showing up tonight. Wherever you are, whoever you are, even you, Adrian, you should have been somewhere checking back some NyQuil to help you get some Z's. Look forward to next week. Trial of the month. I ain't gonna call it the trial of the century. Because I feel like it's a really easy battle. Like seriously, because remember the it's Clark Kent and it's Clark Kent / Kal-El / Superman who's on trial here, not whether or not if you like a movie. So
it's not about the movie. It's about
it's like as long as we crystal on that. Yeah. I kind of do because you like to be all over the place, so you're trying to make a point. So yeah. So I'm just ready to call you out on all your fallacious arguments.
You're gonna be ready. You ain't ready for this.
Whatever, folks. Tune in next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. We'll be back with more clips. We'll be back with our trial. We'll be back hopefully with Adrian. Yeah, he's with live long and prosper. Wu-Tang is for the children. Yeah.
Hey, let them do what we're doing. Peace.
Grace and peace.